Hello again, this is UML Operator. We're going to do a multi-part series, in fact, quite a few playlists on UML tooling, starting with Sparx Enterprise Architect. So when we go to Sparx, we're going to go to Products. The first thing we want to do is we want to compare editions, right? So when we go in here, you'll see that we've got Professional, which most of you can start here. This has everything you need for UML, computer-aided software engineering. Corporate, and you can look at the features later, and I'll cover some of these. It'll take all day to cover all of them. It's quite amazing. Is what I recommend for most enterprises. In the previous company that I worked for over 20 years, I recommended the corporate edition, and we use that extensively there. I use the unified edition. It has everything. Again, I am not going to cover this entire list starting out here, but I'll cover out the most important ones as we move forward. Ultimate has probably one more, maybe a couple more, but really one more that I'm looking at, and that's down here, and that's the MDG for Microsoft Office. You can see that it's in the Ultimate version, but it's not in the unified down to the Professional version. It's quite amazing MDG, model-driven generation, tooling that goes with Sparx. It integrates with Microsoft Office. I probably will pick up with the Ultimate version later. There's standard and there's floating. We're going to go with standard. So we're going to buy standard. When we click on this, it takes us to the buy flow. All right. And in the buy flow, you can see I've got the unified edition in my shopping cart. As of March 2023, it is around $500 US. And let's see here, one license, very good, check that. You'll put in your billing information, your payment information, and then you'll buy now, go through a buy flow. You'll receive an email confirming your order that you put down in your profile for contact right here. And in that email, you will get a username and password, a link to where you can download it. Let's go ahead and go back to Sparx, where you will select login. And once you put in login, you're going to take the username they provide you and the password, and you're going to sign in. When you sign in, you're going to land on this page that gives you a place to download the version that you have at that time, which is build 1625 at this particular point. You can see in March 2023. Version 16.1, all right? Take note of the activation code. Write this down, copy it. You're going to need this when you go to activate your license. So we're going to select download. You can go down here, 64-bit, 32-bit, and then you can look at previous versions. We're going to go for 1625, 64-bit. This gives me the full version, but my license key locks me to the edition that I purchased. In this case, unified. You may be starting out with Professional. So I'm going to select download, and it's going to start the download process down to your computer. All right, here we go in our download. We're going to double click on this. We're on PC, not on Mac. It's going to go through the installation process, select next. I already have it installed, but you can do a repair and you can do a remove. I'll click here. It'll ask me for the destination, C, D, E, whatever drive you're going to go to. We're assuming you have rights to install software. And you just follow the very simple installation procedures that you normally do when you're installing software on your machine. All right, we're going to go ahead. We've got a shortcut on our desktop. We're going to go ahead and launch Enterprise Architect. So when it's coming up, you have the starting screen, what version you're on. Now, when it first comes up for you, you may be challenged for the license key, and you may be challenged for the access code that I talked about earlier. Once you've entered those, you're able to fully use Sparx. All right, so your workspace has your browser on the left. This is the default workspace. There are tabs down at the bottom. I'll cover these in another session. Your browser, your properties, and your notes. This is your modeling space right here, your work area. And there Start page, you have open project, create from pattern, add diagram, and guidance. Sparx gives you a lot of guidance when you're starting out, even when you're advanced and you're working through various templates and other model-driven generation, right? So I'm going to go back to open. They give you an EA example. Let's go ahead and select this and launch this. And when it comes up, it automatically loads all the packages in the browser, and you have the getting started. And I'll let you play around, click through these, practice a little bit, get a hang for Sparx Enterprise Architect. And we're going to cover a lot of other material. But what I really need from you is to leave comments down below if you're new, or even if you're advanced, on what content, what subjects that you want to see covered for UML in general or for Sparx. I greatly appreciate it. It helps guide what we're going to present. I have dozens of videos that will be in playlists, and I hope to cover everything that you want to see or know about UML and Sparx Enterprise Architect. Please subscribe so that you can follow as I'm publishing new content, but I mostly am interested in your comments, good or bad, down below to help guide what we share with each other in this channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.